It's been a while since we watched the Board City magazine video. Okay. This one, I feel like this is about to be a doozy. This is titled BTS Pictures for the History Books. These are his historical MFs, okay? I haven't read a textbook since high school. Okay, that's like what, 10 years ago. I don't even know what that looks like. I don't have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if I see K-pop in like a music textbook. You know what I'm saying? You already know what I'm saying. BTS is gonna be in a textbook one day. I feel like they are. But let's see, it does matter what type of picture they use. It's a lot to choose from. So let's see what Boris City is talking about. Let's go. Let's tap in. Haven't heard your voice in a while. Uh-oh. Camera flashes. Oh, shit.
My most popular video is BTS Moments for the History Books, a video in which I explain 30 iconic moments in BTS's history. So in this video, I'm going to do something similar.
Okay.
These are 7 BTS pictures that belong on the history books. By this, I don't mean pictures in which the BTS members look beautiful and that's it. So don't expect the obvious yet iconic magazine covers or the actual pieces of art inspired by the BTS members. You can find those in actual museums. The pictures I'm about to show belong to the history books because they carry music history. Sometimes they may seem like normal, regular pictures, but if you start analyzing them closely, you will find out a lot of history in the details.
We finna have one. Okay, let's do it.
Just a reminder that this is my list and my interpretations as just one more fan.
Okay.
Number 1, The Leader, photographed by Jung Hyun for Variety magazine. In 2020, BTS was at the cover of Variety magazine in an issue titled What the World Needs Now. Written by Rebecca Davis and photographed by Jung Hyun, this special issue had 7 extra covers, one for each of the BTS members.
Okay.
But the most iconic picture is inside the magazine. Among some of the group photos, there's this one.
This shit
In
hard.
this photograph, the BTS members stand on a line while looking up and forward.
Hey, this shit hard. Why? Hey, RM, why you looking at me, yo? RM looking at us. Hold on, guys. Wait a minute.
But while they focus beyond where they are now, RM looks at you,
shit.
the audience. The
Hey.
7 BTS members are genuinely just as important as the other. Each of them brings a special factors that makes BTS BTS. And this especially works because they all look and walk together towards the same goal. RM also stands in line. RM also works with them to follow the same path. But he has the extra responsibility of looking outside this path. This is because RM is not only a member of BTS. RM was BTS's first member. He was discovered first and the group was formed around him.
I like that. I like that. I like that detail. That's a good detail. I like that.
So he is also the leader, the spokesperson, and the connection between the band and the label. As the spokesperson, he is the connection between the band and you, the audience. This is something the other BTS members have also recognized.
The bridge.
The role of leader has extra responsibilities but no extra benefits.
한 번 더 엉덩이를 뗄 수 있는 사람이 되는 게 좋은
That's a
리더십인
good-
것 같아요. 저도 잘 못했어요, 사실은.
내가 이때까지 본 리더 중에 형이 짱이에요.
고맙다.
사실 리더들한테 뭐 별다른
맞다.
베네핏은 없는데 책임만 엄청 있거든.
Sometimes the true role of leader is not as visible.
That is
Being
true.
a leader does not always mean standing at the front and center. Sometimes it just means to be aware.
I kind of feel like being a leader versus being the face are two different things. Being the face, I'm thinking of standing in front. Being the leader, I think of like behind the camera. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think of. That's just or like being in like behind the scenes, making sure everything is guided. Literally being a part of the group and being a leader at the same time. Not saying being a player coach, but just that is like that responsibility is something that not a lot of us can like really grasp, but some of us can. And it's like, oh gosh, man, it's just you just gotta appreciate that shit, bro.
Being aware of the obstacles, the criticism, and everything outside of the path towards success. Thanks
like
to
that.
RM's leadership, the BTS members can confidently look forward and get to the top.
I like that. That's good.
Number 2, the first mirror,
Oh,
photographed by BTS. If you watch any recent BTS dance rehearsal, you may recognize this big practice room with a high ceiling, lights, and expensive sound equipment. But it all started in this basement, which was not only small, cluttered, busy with workers, and used for multiple purposes.
And it shook. I like when our dance practices shook.
But also, it had mirrors that would easily and constantly
Damn.
get foggy. BTS used to share pictures of this foggy mirror after hours of rehearsals as proof of their dedication and hard work.
우리 여기에서 힘들어가지고 하고 있으면 여기 다 연기 막 뿌얘지고
우리 옛날에 습기 차가지고 신문지로 닦고 그랬잖아.
우리 신문지로 닦고 우리가 춤추면 다 여기 거울 안 보이고 막
This small space did not stop them from always aiming higher, from practicing for bigger performances than what this studio allowed them to. There are videos that showed BTS practicing their performances everywhere. Shared dance studios, rented studios, parks, hallways, any room they could find. BTS would find a way to make their performances work.
This is beautiful because I remember like when I was like playing basketball as a kid growing up, we used to find our coaches. Shout out to the coaches. I love my coaches. I love them to death. We used to find any gym possible that we can get into. We sneak into some gyms. We would find a connection with some gyms. We could play outside. And playing basketball outside was I hated it so much. But at the end of the day, it's like you can get your work done anywhere. Work needs to be done. It don't really matter the area as long as there's like space enough to do so. But you have to make performances work, and the work will show. It will show. It will show. It will set people up.
This went on for years, and in 2016, BTS could finally upgrade to a bigger dance studio, and then to another, and then to another. BTS is now even able to afford studios for other K-pop groups. But their dedication and hard work in their big fancy studio is just as intense as it was in that basement from 2014.
저희는 어떻게 보면은 다 고향에서 올라와서 이제 7년 전에를 조금 생각을 하면은 빈손으로 이제 와가지고 숙소 생활하면서 저희 막 되게 좁은 지하 연습실에서 되게 저희들끼리 옹기종기 모여서 춤과 노래를 되게 열심히 한 기억이 아직까지도 생생하게 남아있고.
I love it.
Number 3. BTS Mania at the Ed Sullivan Theater,
BTS
photographed by
Mania.
BTS.
Okay.
If there is something the American entertainment industry is going to do, is compare. So when BTS started receiving huge crowds at airports and breaking historical records, the industry did not hesitate to do their thing.
When they got to LAX, it was like the Beatles were here.
And they just became the first group since the Beatles to earn 3 #1 albums in less than a year.
The head
Y'all
of
love the
Dick Clark
Beatles, huh?
Productions, which puts on the Billboard Awards, compared you to the Beatles.
Damn, y'all love them damn Beatles, gang.
These type of comparisons can have two different reactions, and one of them is very negative. I want to talk more about that on a separate video. But
Okay.
today, I will only explain the ways BTS dealt with this type of comments.
Okay.
After years of success in America, BTS went to The Late Show with Stephen Colbert to recreate the Beatles' American debut on The Ed Sullivan Show. Stephen Colbert portrayed Ed Sullivan, and BTS resembled the Beatles by wearing classical suits and performing on a similar stage. Believe it or not, a skit like this could have gone very wrong. But it was received positively because this was a tasteful and respectful tribute.
Shout out to people for letting that shit be, for receiving it respectfully. Hey, she's right. It could definitely go wrong. Comparisons, people always be up in arms, getting their panties in a bunch, getting their nuts stuck to their leg for just comparisons. Nigga, first off, this is what I'd like to say. As humans, we compare in our brains. It's automatic. Okay? It's automatic. We should honestly not get too mad if you're like the person being compared to. I don't think we should get too mad. You know what I'm saying? You can like respectfully disagree and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, I know it's far-fetched, but we all come together to make this music thing possible.
BTS showed their admiration for the Beatles while still being themselves. They didn't imitate or act like someone else. They did their classical BTS introductions and they performed as they usually perform. There are many iconic things about this episode of The Late Show, but the funny thing is that the most shared and talked about picture was not this one, or this one, or this one. It was actually this behind the scenes picture in which 6 of the 7 members are sleeping. so the photographer is probably V because they shared it on their personal Twitter account. This picture connected a lot with fans and it was shared massively. One reason is obviously because it shows BTS's hard work. They never stop rehearsing and performing. But the most interesting reason is because the context is very unique. Who else can say that they are sleeping backstage of the Ed Sullivan Theater dressed as the Beatles and not for any reason? Who else is exhausted because they flew across the world to have hours of rehearsals to give a good tribute performance after years of comparisons? Who else is in this position?
I see that. I like what you did with that. Okay.
Literally only BTS.
I like this. This is a nice
Number
video.
4, the reaction, captured by Bangtan TV. So this is technically not a picture. As you can see by the watermarks, this is a screenshot of a video. But when it was released, this picture was everywhere. Mostly as a funny reaction, but the backstory is quite interesting.
Really?
Why is this image of Jimmy Fallon monitoring BTS's own performance for The Tonight Show a big deal? It has less to do with the fact that it's Jimmy Fallon and more with the impact BTS's performances have on the general public. Although BTS doesn't let a small stage limit their performance, it's special performances like this one that prove that the regular American TV stage is too small to appreciate BTS's full range of talents.
You know, you know what, Boris City? I like what you're doing with these. You are great at explaining shit. Like, really. That's, wow. Okay. Damn.
American award shows and TV shows have very rigid time limits, a small stage, and not a lot of freedom for creative ideas, especially for international artists that are not truly part of the Western entertainment industry. So all the industry had to do was give BTS one chance of doing things their way, to visibly surprise a late-night show host who has seen almost 2,000 performances.
You know, the thing is, it's like they'd go the extra mile. You know what I'm saying? It's like that person that not only comes to a party with gifts, but they stay back to help the host clean everything up and then go into the nitty-gritty of things. That goes a long way. And it's like you're doing the things that you don't have to do, but you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Those quote-unquote brownie points, they go a long way. Woo. Hey, let's go.
Jimmy Fallon's reaction is the general public's reaction. BTS is used to performing like this on their tours and Korean award shows. But for the ones unfamiliar with this level of BTS performances, this was unbelievable. BTS said that it looked like this was a bigger deal for Jimmy Fallon than it was for them.
Really?
I didn't know like how important or big the station was, but you know, looking at you, it was like telling me like, do you know how important is this? Do you know how big is this? And looking at you, we got like, yo, this is big. She was so nervous.
So much so that seeing it live was not enough. Jimmy Fallon couldn't even understand what the BTS members were saying as they were analyzing and critiquing their own performance. In Korean, obviously.
That thing that like the paying attention to like the videos and how it comes out, I love that. I really like that. Like when they literally, all of them just stand around and just look. I like that so much. It's just like, we gotta make sure every detail is at the nittiest, the grittiest.
But Jimmy Fallon still wanted to check out the cameras just to watch the performance again.
I was standing back watching, and the choreography was so perfect. I've never seen dance like this. You were jumping over each other, and people jumping in and doing that. I go, oh my gosh. And I remember I went up to Jungkook, and I went over, I gave him a hug. I go, that was great, buddy. And I could feel your heart beating through your back. These guys are working hard. It was so impressive. This was 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning in New York, and I was like, these guys, man, that's why they're the biggest band.
But like I said, this is not about Jimmy Fallon. This is about what he represents, the general public's reaction, the non-army reaction. Ariana Grande also watched BTS rehearse this specific song for this specific performance, and she freaked out. She tweeted, I was able to watch them rehearse for something and it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I'm not kidding. I was screaming. I couldn't stop talking about it.
Tough.
I still can't.
We like that.
Ariana's just practicing like next to our big studio. She wanted to see our rehearsals and what we're doing, and we showed her. And like she was like, She was spitting some bad words and like,
Trevor Noah, another late night show host, was also impacted by the level of performance of BTS he saw while hosting the 2022 Grammys.
That was so fun to stream. Like before our shit got blocked. That was such a fun. That was a fun time. That was a really fun time. If y'all was here when that happened, when we were literally getting like threatened, this whole channel was probably getting taken down, bro. This is why I fuck with y'all. We've been going through a lot of stuff. We've been going through a lot of stuff.
They're so good and efficient at what they do. They hit their marks, they're learning their moves, but like really precise. I was watching them, and I'm not even trying to throw shade or anything, but I was like, man, NSYNC, they got away with shit.
So having a good performance is difficult and impressive, but performing at such a level that leaves an impactful memory in people used to watching thousands of performances is legendary.
I
Number
like this.
5. The Billboard.
Oh.
In May of 2019, tons of fans gathered at the Piccadilly Circus in London. This was not because BTS was going to be there or because there was a fandom event. Masses were there just to see a Billboard advertisement.
Really?
More specifically, this was the official release of a special advertisement video of BTS for Hyundai's SUV model, the Palisade. Crowds like this for an ad are very unusual.
Damn.
So it was extensively reported by local and international media.
See, this is support, bro. This is real deal spill support. Like, this is crazy.
These are some of the most shared pictures from this moment, but
That's
none
so
of these
tough.
was as shared as this one. This moment was only the beginning of multiple occasions of armies showing up to BTS related events
That's
without
fire.
BTS even being there. I'm talking masses. I'm talking full arenas of thousands of people watching the recording of a concert.
Y'all don't understand. I don't understand why people be so gung ho about trying to bring BTS down, bro. Like, off the strength, this shit is fascinating to see. It's really fascinating to see, like, a whole conglomerate of people coming to watch an ad. That's like, to me, I don't think that's crazy fandom. That doesn't scream crazy fandom. It's like, bro, I'm not even gonna try to compare it, but like when I went to Obama's inauguration and I saw so many people, we went early. We literally went early, bro. And I was like watching this as a kid, cold as shit. You couldn't really see you could see the grass where I was from, but like we were so far away. It was crazy. It's like literally being there to watch history, or just to watch something just because you like something so much. That is beautiful. That is mwah, mwah. I just have so much respect for ARMY and so much respect for fans that would even do this, bro. Like this is amazing to me.
Many of these crowd pictures have been shared online, but without a doubt, the first picture that comes to mind to most armies is this one, the first of many fan gatherings.
Tough.
This is one of those pictures that surprised English media and the world. Number 6, the trophy.
I cannot wait to go there. I can't wait to go here when I go to Korea, cause I need to see
Photographed by Hype Insight.
Or if I
In
probably
August
don't, I don't
of
know. I need to see
2021,
this.
Hype labels opened Hype Insight, a museum dedicated to showcase the music of their artists through all the senses. However, this exhibition became better known as the BTS Museum because, understandably, the most iconic parts of the museum were dedicated to BTS and their achievements.
That's crazy.
This makes sense because to who else can they dedicate sections
that's
like
beautiful.
the Inspiring Story section other than BTS? Without BTS, there's no Hype. And there's no Hype Museum. Proof of this is that amongst the many sections, the most talked about attraction was without a doubt the BTS trophy wall. This 8.5 meters tall wall includes approximately 240 awards.
Damn.
The funny thing is that they have more, but these are some of the most recognizable ones. And it includes awards from South Korea, the UK, and American award shows such as the
That's
Billboard
so
Music
tough.
Awards and the American Music Awards.
That is so tough. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm not in this position, but I can only imagine the feeling they feel of being able to make some shit like this happen. Like, that's, I need to go here. or go wherever I can for high insight.
This trophy wall is even more special for armies who know the progress of BTS's trophy wall, or I should say trophy shelves. So the contrast is almost unbelievable. Number 7. 7 years.
Okay.
Every June, BTS celebrates their anniversary in a project titled Festa. Festa includes a lot of activities, events, songs, and special videos. And it also includes a special family portrait photoshoot that documents BTS's growth. Every year, they have a special theme. But in 2022, the theme was their own career. Many pictures were part of this photoshoot, and in some, the BTS members recreated some of their old pictures. However, this one carries so much history. This family portrait, which may seem normal, summarizes the 7 big steps in BTS's historical chapter 1. Jungkook represents BTS's debut. No More Dream from 2013. BTS started at the bottom with a limited budget and not many opportunities. Despite this rocky start, BTS celebrated their first victory when they won the New Artist category at the Golden Disc Awards. Jimin represents this moment while still wearing the outfits from their school trophy era.
Wow.
BTS's next step was having their first solo concert. RM represents BTS's first tour, The Red Bullet. More specifically, their first concert of the tour, which happened in Seoul in 2014.
The attention to detail is crazy.
A year later, in 2015, BTS finally received their first music show win with I Need You. Jin represents this moment while still wearing his characteristic outfit from the I Need You era. Music show wins in South Korea, which are given in a weekly basis, are still very hard for groups from small companies like BTS. So while BTS's first steps were them surviving in the industry, fighting disbandment, and celebrating their own small steps, this music show win promised them a hopeful future in South Korea's competitive music industry. This future did come true. Suga represents BTS's next big step, their first major award. Up until this point, BTS were finally receiving some music show wins and small category awards. But it was at the 2016 MMAs when BTS received their first major award,
Let's go.
Album of the Year for the most beautiful moment in life, Young Forever. Awards in major categories are called Daesangs in South Korea, and they are the ultimate award an artist can receive in the country. The outfit Suga is wearing is from early in the ceremony, when BTS walked the red carpet and received the smaller Top 10 Artist Award.
I like how they keep these though. Like the fact that they have these outfits is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like keeping historical shit is beautiful. Gosh, I wish I was like that.
To then receive the biggest surprise of their careers up until that point. BTS's next big step was performing at a big international stage. And after years of performing and winning award after award in multiple American award shows, BTS finally had their first Grammy Awards performance in 2020. V represents this moment wearing his performance outfit. Although BTS was only one part of a bigger performance with multiple other artists, it was this moment what opened the doors for BTS's subsequent solo performances at the Grammys. But for that to happen, they had to have a major, global, undeniable successful song. J-Hope represents Dynamite, BTS's first Billboard Hot 100 #1. This song made BTS receive historical achievements. It made them become the first and only South Korean artist to achieve basically everything. A #1 debut, a 3 times #1 song, a Grammy nomination. BTS are the first and only South Korean artist to achieve all of this. This one song even impacted South Korea's entertainment industry and overall economy.
Do you know how crazy that is, my nigga?
It was only the beginning of the undeniable status of BTS as the biggest group in the planet. But again, this picture shows that it all started here. It took BTS 7 difficult years of hard work to climb from the very bottom to the top of the world.
That's insane. Honestly, I'm just so proud of BTS, and I'm still playing. I don't think I'm playing catch up anymore, but like just finding out about all this stuff just makes me feel so happy that I'm living in the same time period as BTS and all this achievement stuff, this historical stuff. This is honestly going to be something that I'm really going to tell so many stories, you know? And it's like, damn, they really them? Like, they're really them. This is fucking crazy. I cannot wait till they come in. They're really fucking them.